I've always been someone that advocates slower, sustainable growth. Essentially, improving 1% every single day consistently compounds much faster than someone that just in the brink of the moment gets excited about something and works extremely hard. There's something about that compounded growth that really cannot ever be caught up with short little sprints of excitement. You have to back your growth with something that is sustainable, that is long term, that is not dependent on how you feel today. It's a system that is built to understand progress and growth and objectives, and it understands that acting on and executing activities that aligns with your long-term goals and objectives is going to promote growth and move the needle on your personal development. I spend quite a lot of time outside and in my garden, and there's this, actually, let me show you. There's like 5 poplar trees planted right outside my house. And when I planted this specific tree, that one, it was literally this height. Like it was almost my size when I had just planted it. And in 2 years, you can't see the growth every day. It's not like you walk past and say, oh my goodness, this tree grew since yesterday. It doesn't really work that way. But when you look back over months and over years, you can see that continuous growth, and you can actually see this tree getting wider, getting more branches, and actually growing taller as time passes. But what's also interesting is if you look at this tree, that tree, that tree, and that tree, they are all relatively the same height. And then you get that one that is double the height of the others. They were planted on the exact same day. They were planted in the exact same way. They were fed the exact same things. But there's something about that one tree. There's something about that one tree that makes it grow at a phenomenal rate. And I can get sentimental here in nature, but that's how I view growth. I view growth as like the compounding improvements that you make in your personal life every single day. It doesn't matter how small it is. It might be waking up a little bit earlier. It might be sticking to some habits. It might be getting rid of some bad habits. But these things all add up. And you won't see it tomorrow. You won't see it next week. You might notice something next month. People around you might notice some changes about you. In 3 months, they might say, listen, something's up. 6 months from now, they might say, there's really something different about this guy. To you, who is living that growth, you might feel like the exact same person you were a year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But these incremental pieces of improvement, these sections of growth that you've consistently added over time, those things compound. And the sooner you start with improving your personal life, the sooner this compounding effect can start. There are people that wake up in their 30s and they start working on their life and their career and improving everything. And by the time they're 40, it starts to kick in. By the time they're 50, you can see some progress. There are other people that only wake up at the age of 40. And their growth only starts compounding at the age of 50 and 60, which is, in some aspects, I feel a bit too late in life. And then you can, if you are in your early 30s or you're still in your 20s, you can actually start compounding that growth today already, to start growing, so that by the time you hit your 30s or your mid 30s, you will start compounding growth and progress. And when you hit your 40s and you live that decade of your life, that growth will come through. The things you've done, the work you've put in, the people you've met, the relationships you've built, all of these things will boil into one little pot that creates success. And that's what I want to share with you guys today. You have to do the small things every day to be able to experience that compounded growth. It's about doing the right thing on a daily basis, day in, day out, whether you feel like it or not. Because there's going to be days where it's easy. There's going to be days where it's fun. There's going to be days where you are super excited about everything. And then there are going to be days where you hit a low. There's going to be days where you just don't feel yourself. There's going to be days where you doubt yourself. There's going to be days where you doubt your dreams. There's going to be days where you doubt the effort you put in. And this is all part of the journey. This is actually the fun part of being on a journey of self-development. And the fact that you're still watching this video just tells me that you are the type of person that really wants to improve their life, that wants to grow in time, that wants to work on their skills and abilities so that a decade from now, 2 decades from now, 3 decades from now, you can truly be someone phenomenal. And it's about the small, consistent habits. So get out there, do what you need to do, take the actions on the steps that drive you towards your goals and objectives. Make sure that you drive the needle on growth every single day to whatever your ability is within that day. And you will realize in time that your success starts compounding. Every brick you put down eventually becomes a wall, eventually becomes a building, eventually becomes a monument. But you have to build it brick by brick, day by day, and drop of sweat by drop of sweat. Cheers.